नमः सर्वेभ्यः। व्योम संस्कृतपाठशालायाः कौशलसंवर्धनं संस्कृतव्याकरणं निबन्धलेखनं च इत्यस्य प्रक्रमस्य अद्य 20 पाठः। अद्य वयम् अनुस्वारसन्धिं परसवर्णसन्धिं च जानीमः। गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोर्मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। Before we start the class, a few quick announcements. I hope all of you have seen in the WhatsApp group or email the registration for the current cycle of Chittoor exams is now open. The exam is in March, the second Sunday, that is 9th or 8th, depending on which paper you're taking, 8th and 9th March, that is the exam. For offline, you can opt for any level. Vyoma has 4 centers in Bangalore, Chennai, Mumbai, and Hyderabad. It's only in these 4 places as of now. If you have a local center, you can take it up from there. Online exam, which is conducted internally by Vyoma. So we keep getting repeated requests. So please understand the online option is purely for those who have studied and want some feedback, but who cannot travel to the offline exam. So there is no certification for the online exam for the Chittoor course. So the current course assessment will be separate and the certification is also separate. We are talking only about the Chittoor exams here. You have to send in your applications before 10th February. The details are there. Please watch the video, instruction video fully. And beyond that, if you have questions, please reach out over call to Vyoma support or email vyomachittoorexams@gmail.com or the WhatsApp. So please reach out there. So just to clarify the key part, because people again keep asking, the current course which we are doing, grammar and composition, will extend for a few more months. The initial plan was to complete it by February so that the exam can, people who wish can take up the Chittoor exams in March, and then the other papers. So there are 3 papers in level 3. This is the 3rd paper. The 2nd and 1st will be covered after this is done. So the initial plan was to cover it before February, but due to various reasons, we are not yet there. And instead of rushing through the syllabus, we have decided to take it slowly in depth, because all these are critical concepts which are required as foundation for any study of Samskrita. And many of you have completed other exams and have come to the courses purely for that grounding in Vyakarana. So we will take it relaxed. So henceforth, what we will do is on Tuesdays, we will continue with the Sandhis. The Dhatu Rupas also, there was a lot of requests to do it in class and also have more exercises, because many people feel that difficulty in usage of Dhatu Rupas. So henceforth on Tuesdays, we will do Sandhi Samasa. On Thursdays, we will do the composition part more, that is Dhatu Rupas and using Dhatu Rupas in sentences. And we will cover it in the next few months. There will be one or two more midterm exams and the course and assessment independently for this course. And those who wish to take Chittur paper 3 can take it in September. I mean, if you wish, if you feel you're prepared, you can also take it now. It's absolutely fine. The exams will actually be easy. But this is the plan on how we are going to lead it from our side. If you're taking exam, either level 3 or level 2, whichever level, there will be some extra sessions on Wednesdays to help with the exam preparation. So please keep an eye out on the WhatsApp announcements for it. If you have any more questions for the exams, etc., I'll take it up at the end of class. So we will complete the class now, and at the end, whatever questions you have, we can take it up. Okay. So now I think we'll move ahead with today's class. अस्माभिः हल् सन्धीनाम् अध्ययनं क्रियमाणमस्ति. तत्र पञ्चसन्धयः एतावता अस्माभिः अधीताः. जष्ट्वसन्धिः प्रथमः सन्धिः. पदान्ते सर्वेषां झल् वर्णानां स्थाने जश् वर्णाः आदेशरूपेण भवन्ति. So it is a primary sandhi which occurs almost everywhere, and it is the first step usually in any series of hal sandhis. It happens everywhere, but the effect is cancelled out by chartva sandhi later if it is followed by a karkasha vyanjana. अतः स्वरे परे अथवा मृदुव्यञ्जने परे जश् वर्णस्य श्रवणं भवति. ततः चर्त्वसन्धिः दृष्टः. झल् वर्णानां खरि परे, खर् नाम कर्कशव्यञ्जनं, कर्कशव्यञ्जने परे झल् वर्णानां स्थाने चर् वर्णाः आदेशरूपेण भवन्ति. ततः श्चुत्वं ष्टुत्वं. स्तु सकारस्य तवर्गस्य वा स्थाने श्चु आदेशः भवति चेत् श्चुत्वम् इत्युच्यते. ष्टु आदेशः भवति चेत् ष्टुत्वम् इति उच्यते. कदा भवति? पूर्वत्र परत्र वा. So either before the sakarata varga or after the sakarata varga. If we have shchu or shtu, it sort of extends the influence and converts into its own type. So stu is converted to shchu. That is sakarasya sthane shakaraha, tavargasya sthane chavargah. Tattu shchutva sandhau bhavati. Sakarasya sthane shakarah, tavargasya sthane tavargadeshah shtutva sandhau bhavati. ततः अनुनासिकसन्धिः दृष्टः. यत्र वर्गीयव्यञ्जनस्य अनुनासिके परे तत्तद्वर्गस्य अनुनासिकवर्णः आदेशः भवति. Fifth letter of the varga is the adesha in अनुनासिकसन्धि. सामान्यतः अनुनासिकसन्धिः विकल्पेन भवति, किन्तु प्रत्ययः परतः अस्ति चेत्, मय, मात्र इत्यादि प्रत्ययाः सन्ति चेत् नित्यम् अनुनासिकसन्धिः भवति. इत्येवम् एतावता अधीतानां सन्धीनां संक्षेपः. अद्य वयम् अग्रे गच्छामः. अनुस्वारसन्धिः. अनुस्वारसन्धिः वस्तुतः तत्र द्वैविध्यम् अस्ति. There are two cases of Anuswara Sandhi. One in Padanta, the other in Apadanta. So by now, I hope we have some clarity on distinguishing Padanta and Apadanta. Padam ityukte subantam tingantam cha padam bhavati. Padasya ante asti chet makarah. तदा किं भवति? अग्रे हल् वर्णः अस्ति चेत्, यः कोऽपि हल् वर्णः, तदा मकारस्य स्थाने अनुस्वारः आदेशः भवति. मोनुस्वारः इति सूत्रं. मकारान्तपदस्य हलिपरे. So you have a pada ending in makara when followed by hal, that is a consonant. Any consonant, there is anuswara. So this is actually the main case where anuswara itself originates. There is no original anuswara at all. Anywhere we find anuswara, it has to be generated through anuswara sandhi. Right? So anuswara does not occur on its own. So even though we see anuswara anywhere in the language, if we are seeing anuswara, it has to come from either makara or nakara, as we will see later. So padante makaraha asti chet हल् वर्णे परे व्यञ्जनवर्णे परे अनुस्वारः भवति इति नियमः. पदान्ते मकारः पूर्ववर्णः, परत्र हल् वर्णः भवेत्, मकारस्य स्थाने, स्थानी अत्र मकारः, मकारस्य स्थाने अनुस्वारः आदेशः भवति. किमुदाहरणं? हरिम्. हरिम् इति पदमस्ति, द्वितीया विभक्तिः, एकवचनान्तं रूपं. वन्दे इति पृथक् पदं, तिङन्तं पदं. मकारान्तं पदं, तत्र अन्ते पदान्तमकारः अस्ति, अग्रे वकारः हल् वर्णः, हलिपरे पदान्तमकारस्य स्थाने अनुस्वारः आदेशः भवति. तदा हरिं वन्दे इति रूपं भवति. बहूनि उदाहरणानि. यत्र यत्र अनुस्वारः दृश्यते तत्र प्रायेण सर्वत्रापि एवमेव अनुस्वारः. So wherever you hear or see anuswara in print, so majority of the cases is this. So especially at the end of the word, wherever we are seeing. So gramam gacchati, gakaraha halvarnaha, papam harati, devam yajati, dharmam chara, satyam vada. So all these cases you can see there is makara at the end of a word followed by any consonant, it gets converted to anuswara. अत्र अनुस्वारः भवति इति विशेषः नास्ति. अनुस्वारः कुत्र न भवति, अनुस्वारसन्धिः कुत्र न भवति. अग्रे स्वरवर्णः अस्ति चेत् फलमस्ति, अत्र अनुस्वारसन्धिः न भवति. अतः अत्र अनुस्वारलेखनं दोषाय. एवमेव केवलं पदं. Want to mention this specifically because when we were correcting the last term papers in Chittur, wherever there is the Shabdarupa table, so it's very easy to just put a dot over there when we are writing Ramabhyam, Ramanam, etc. But it is not right. Okay, because if it is independent words without anything following, there is no anuswara. So Ramanam kevalam padam likhyate chet athava shabdarupanam avalihi atra likhyate. So please try to write with makara, not with anuswara. So anuswara you can use only when you're writing a sentence. So and immediately following is a consonant. So if it is followed by a swara or if it is just at the end of an independent word, padante asti, किन्तु अग्रे हल् वर्णः नास्ति, अतः अनुस्वारः न भवति. So at the end of the sentence, say mama pustakam, where pustakam is the last word, there again you will not get anuswara sandhi. अतः एतादृशस्थलेषु अनुस्वारलेखनं दोषाय भवति, न लेखनीयम्. अनुस्वारसन्धिः पदान्तमकारस्य भवति, हलि परे एव भवति. That is the first rule of anuswara sandhi, the most common one. Anyah api prakarah asti anuswara sandhehe. Apadante. What happens is we don't have makara always at the end of a word. So when we are joining prakriti and pratyaya, so if it is a dhatu, at the end of a dhatu we have makara or nakara. Or sometimes in between we just get makara or nakara. Atra apadante makara nakarayoho ubhayoho anuswarah bhavati. Padante chet मकारस्य एव भवति. अपदान्ते मकार-नकारयोः उभयोः स्थाने अनुस्वारः भवति. झलि परे. झल् वर्णः. So it is a slightly smaller subset of हल्. हल् इत्युक्ते हयवरट् इति हकारादारभ्य लकारपर्यन्तं सर्वाणि व्यञ्जनानि. अत्र तु झल् झभै घढधश् जबगडदश् खफछठथ चटतौ कपै शशसर् हल्. So झल् refers to the first 4 letters of any varga and shashasah. So eteshu pareshu मकारस्य अपदान्तस्य मकारस्य नकारस्य वा स्थाने अनुस्वारः भवति. So anuswara sandhi also occurs within a word for both makara and nakara. When followed by a jhal letter, we get anuswara. So an example we see here, akram syate ityasti. आ उपसर्गः क्रम धातुः लृट् लकारः. लृट् लकारे सर्वत्र मध्ये धातोः तिङ् प्रत्ययस्य च मध्ये स्य प्रत्ययः भवति. So स्य here is the vikarana pratyaya of lृट् lakara. Kram is the dhatu. So why is this needed? To understand that akram is not a pada. Prithak padam nasti. Apadantaha makaraha, agre sakaraha. So we have apadanta makara followed by a jhal letter. Atra makarasya sthane anuswaraha bhavati chet akramsyate iti rupam bhavati. Nakarasya kim udaharanam iti yada pashyamaha, yashan si ityasti. Vastutaha yashas iti shabdah. So for this, to understand this in full detail, we will need some background of how the words are derived. So just to show, so we have a pratipadika called yashas. Could be yashas, could be manas, whatever it is. And there is a pratyaya. Prathama vibhakti bahuvachana pratyaya is e. So yashas and e, this whole thing is a subanta. Whereas the yashas part is only a pratipadika. It gets modified in a series of steps. There are multiple steps. So tatra kim bhavati madhye nakarasya agamaha bhavati. Right? So we have heard of agama. Sometimes new letters are added in between. So a nakara gets added here and the previous akara is elongated. Right? So yashas is modified to yashan s. Nakarasya agamaha, akarasya dirghaha. Now at this stage, so again to reiterate, sandhi is one of grammatical operations. When we look at grammar, so we have seen initially much of grammar is joining prakriti and pratyaya to get a pada. When we are joining prakriti and pratyaya, the modification happens in a series. So to understand the entire series, we need to learn Paninian Vyakarana. So what Panini has defined in his Ashtadhyayi is a pathway for all these different series. If it is a ting pratyaya, how do the modification take place? If it is a supratyaya, skrit, tadhita. So for each of them, there is a pathway. So it is like a factory. You're trying to manufacture different things. There is a different lineup. So you take the raw material, it will go through a series of processes before it ends up as the final product. So similarly here, so when we are looking at that series of processes, say something like fusing or welding may be one of the steps. So sandhi is something like that. It's like a welding step where when two letters come close to each other, they get modified. So it is only one step in a whole series. So when we are learning sandhis at a basic level without knowing the entire series, we have a partial view of it. That is something which you don't need to worry about at this stage, but you should understand it that what you have now is only a partial view. So, what happened before? How did it get to this stage? What happens later? Full view, we can get it as and when we learn more. For now, we should understand that okay, we have a sort of a partial view, and therefore, if you get more questions, it is fine. Narvada katham asti, how, what is Yashan? That is the first question which anybody will ask. So, Yashan, there is no Yashan. As in, Yashan is not an independent word, it does not have any meaning because it is coming from Yashas Shabda. Yashas is a Pratipadika which means fame. As it is getting modified, at some point there is Yashan, S, and I. This whole thing will have a meaning, but the independent components will not have a meaning. So, Yashan ityasya kopi arthaha nasti. Si ityasya api atra. Kevalam si ityasya kopi arthaha nasti. Sandhihi artham ashritya na bhavati. Varnam ashritya eva bhavati. अत्र एवं यदा यशस् शब्दस्य प्रक्रिया भवति. प्रक्रिया means that process of modification. Tatra madhye you have a nakara and you have a sakara. That is all is needed for now. To perform this sandhi, what we need is nakara. Right? So, apadantaha nakaraha asti. So, apadanta, I think you understand. Why I explained the whole thing is that this is not padanta. Yashan is not a pada. It is not an independent word. So, yashamsi is one word within which there are two components. One is yashan, the other is si. So, we have apadanta nakara, tataha jhal varnaha asti. Idanim kim uktam? अपदान्ते नकारः अस्ति चेत् झलि परे अनुस्वारः भवति. अतः यशांसि इत्यत्र अनुस्वारः, it was originally a nakara. आक्रम्स्यते इत्यत्र यः अनुस्वारः, तत्र पूर्वं मकारः आसीत्, सः धातोः मकारः. क्रम इति धातुः. क्रमते means to move. So अत्र यशांसि इत्यत्र यः अनुस्वारः, तत्र पूर्वं नकारः आसीत्. नकारस्य स्थाने अनुस्वारसन्धिं कृत्वा अनुस्वारः प्राप्तः. सो अस्य सन्धेः, सो इदानीम् अनुस्वारसन्धिः इत्युक्ते पदान्ते भवति, अपदान्ते भवति. उभयोः उदाहरणानि अस्माभिः पूर्वं पदान्तस्य उदाहरणानि दृष्टानि. So a few more examples. Chandan si. This is very similar to yashamsi. Chandas shabdah. Tasya prathama vibhaktau dvitiya vibhaktau va bahuvachane. So you add nakara, you elongate the akara. So you get chandan si. Apadantasya nakarasya sakare pare अनुस्वारः अस्ति. सो क्षम स्यते इत्यत्र मकारस्य स्थाने अनुस्वारः. अत्रापि क्षम इति धातुः. सो अपदान्तः मकारः, तस्य झलि परे अनुस्वारः कृतः. पुमांसः. So this again, it is pums is a shabda. You have pu, m and s. Okay. So pu, m, s is the shabda. Actually, in the shabda itself, when we say the shabda, makaraha अपदान्तः मकारः अस्ति सकारः. So it becomes pu anuswara and s, pums shabdah. So asya shabdasya yada asmabhihi rupani kriyante, at some particular stage it becomes puman s aha. So why this is written separately is, if we write it as puman and saha, it gives the impression as if puman is a separate word and saha is a separate word. That is not how it is. So pums shabdasya prathama vibhaktau bahuvachane. Okay. So there is a particular point when you get puman s aha. This puman is not the prathama vibhakti ekavachana independent word. This is not padanta nakara. So in between you have apadanta nakara and sakara. Tada tatra anuswaraha bhavati, pumamsaha iti padam bhavati. Okay. So similarly vidvamsau, when we say vidvan, vidvamsau, vidvamsaha. So vidvan s au, vidvamsau. Nam syati, makaraha. So dhatu, it is easier to identify. Other cases you will need to know the derivation to know exactly how it got there. For now, what is needed is only that this anuswara is being generated from either makara or nakara. Okay. So this is about anuswara sandhi. इदानीम् अनुस्वारस्य निषेधः अपि अस्ति. सो राट् शब्दे परे सम् इत्यस्य मकारस्य न अनुस्वारः. सम्राट् इति बहु प्रसिद्धं पदमस्ति. सम्राट् इत्यस्य एम्परर् इत्यर्थः. सम् इत्यत्र मकारः, राट् इत्यस्ति. अत्र you should actually get a anuswara sandhi. Padante makaraha. All upasargas, you should remember, are padas. They are independent words. Padante makaraha. Halvarne pare anuswaraha bhavet na bhavati. Okay, it's a special word. It doesn't become get converted to anuswara. Samrat ityatra makaraha eva bhavati. Anuswara sandhehe ayam apavadaha bhavati. Okay. Okay. So now we will go ahead. There are a few questions on Anuswara Sandhi. Please retain, because Anuswara Sandhi is not complete without understanding Parasavarna. Anuswara and Parasavarna always go hand in hand. It is only after we learn both Sandhis that we get an overall picture where what is there. Okay. So इदानीम् आदौ किञ्चिदिव अभ्यासं कृत्वा वयम् अग्रे गच्छामः. अनुस्वारसन्धेः अभ्यासः वक्तुमिच्छन्ति चेत् हस्तम् उन्नयन्तु. ललिता.
हन् सि हंसि नकारस्य स्थाने अनुस्वारः.
सम्यक्. सो हंसि, अत्र हन् इति धातुः अस्ति. सो दिस् इस् अपदान्ते नकारः, सकारे परे अनुस्वारः. हंसि, इट् इस् मध्यम पुरुष एकवचन फॉर्म ऑफ हन् धातु इन् लट् लकार. हन्ति, हतः, घ्नन्ति, हंसि. पद्मा नागेन्द्र.
अहं खादामि. अत्र अहम् इति पदान्ते अस्ति, बट् व्यञ्जन. सो अहम् अनुस्वारः भवति, मकारस्य अनुस्वारः भवति. अहं खादामि.
सम्यक् अहं खादामि इत्यत्र अनुस्वारः भवति उत्तमम् बृहन्त कुमार
श्रेयान् स औ तत्र न इति अपदान्ते अस्ति परत्र स इति अस्ति अतः नष्टापदान्तस्य झलि स इति झल् अस्ति अतः नष्टापदान्तस्य झलि इति सूत्रेण नकारस्य स्थाने अनुस्वारादेशः भवति तत्पश्चात् श्रेयांसौ इति भविष्यति
श्रेयांसौ सो नकारस्य स्थाने अनुस्वारः आदेशः अपदान्ते नकारः अस्ति सम्यक् उमा सरस्वती
सर्वं योगः स्थानं मकारस्य स्थाने अनुस्वारः भवति सर्वं स्थानम्
उत्तमं सम्यक् प्रीति न श्रूयते प्रीति भगिनी
म स्थाने अनुस्वार भवति शंस्यति यदि पदान्ते मकार अनुस्वार भवति धन्यवादः
उत्तमम् so again there are some questions difference between makara nakara and anuswara idam tu asmabhiः vastutah पूर्वमपि यदा अस्य प्रक्रमस्य आदौ वर्णानां विषये ज्ञातवन्तः तदापि विस्तरेण उक्तमस्ति सन्देहः अस्ति चेत् कृपया गत्वा पश्यन्तु किन्तु संक्षेपेण पुनः वक्तुं मकारः स्पर्शवर्णः we have seen sparsha right so makara is to be pronounced by pressing both the lips together ma okay so there is a deliberate effort to bring the lips together press them and say ma nakarah dantyavarnah so where the teeth is touched by the tongue during pronunciation. So, ha n ityatra nakarah bhavati, saha dantyah n. So, when we are pronouncing nakara, you touch the teeth with the tongue na. Whereas for anuswara, so it is important because many times anuswara gets confused either with nakara or with makara. So anuswara is much more subtle. It theoretically, when we are defining it, it is a pure nasal tone. It does not, require the mouth. When we are pronouncing, just we close the mouth and the tone comes out from the nose is anuswara. When we are pronouncing as part of the words, so there is a subtle difference. You don't press the lips. You just have to close both the rows of teeth or the jaws. Is also okay. Or in both cases, there is no m. It is not ha, m, si. Ha, si. So there is a very subtle difference. So if we understand the theory and we keep practicing it, we understand. Right? It is the same case wherever you have anuswara. How to pronounce it? Pronounce it by closing the both rows of teeth. Ha, right? Whether the lips close or not, touch or not, does not matter. You are closing the mouth and producing the nasal tone. That is anuswara. Ha, si. Not ha, si. So there is a subtle difference. Okay, so we will move ahead. इदानीं सन्धेः विभागः करणीयः। रामकृष्णराव महोदय। रजांसि।
रजान सी
हाँ।
रजान मकार प्लस सी
Did you say ma or na?
ना ना
Na, correct. So just like we saw the examples, yashan si, it is rajan si, rajas. Sarvesham sakaranta shabdanam evameva bhavati. So rajan si becomes rajam si. Meghraj.
नमस्ते भगिनि। पुस्तकं पश्य। पुस्तकं पश्य।
सम्यक्। सो पुस्तकं पदान्ते मकारः अस्ति, तस्य स्थाने अनुस्वारः भवति।
पदान्तस्य मकारस्य।
इन्द्राणि राव।
नमस्ते भगिनि। रम प्लस स्यते।
रम स्यते। रम इति धातुः, स्यते रंस्यते। सम्यक्। चित्रा।
दुःखं त्यज। अत्र दुःखं पदान्ते मकारस्य अनुस्वारादेशः भवति।
सम्यक्। दुःखम् इति पदं पदान्ते मकारस्य अनुस्वारः। उत्तमं।
धन्यवादः।
शारदा। शारदा भगिनी। Cannot hear.
मंस्यते।
छेदः कः? श्रुतं मन्स्यते। मन् इति धातुः, मन्यते। लृट्लकारे मंस्यते इति भवति। अयमेकः श्लोकः यत्र अनुस्वारसन्धेः बहूनि उदाहरणानि दृश्यन्ते। भजामि देवं भरताग्रजन्तं पदाम्बुजं यस्य पवित्रकीर्तेः शिरांसि वा शीलयति श्रुतीनां मनांसि वा मत्कुलसम्भवानाम्। A shloka on Rama, Bharatagraja. So if you see here, multiple cases where padante makaraha. So devam bharatagrajam tam padambujam yasya. So the whole series, whenever it is followed by the hal varna, there is padantasya makarasya halipare anuswaraha drishyate. Evameva shiramsi manamsi. So shiran si manan si. Ubhayatrapi apadantasya nakarasya jhalipare anuswaraha. So both kinds are seen here. Okay. So we will move ahead to the next sandhi, which is parasavarna. As I said, there are many questions which will get cleared after we do parasavarna. Parasavarna is a sandhi which very frequently happens immediately after anuswara sandhi. So if you looked at, if somebody observed, so most of the examples which were taken for anuswara sandhi, all of them had sakara. Okay, avargiya vyanjana, because the moment a vargiya vyanjana comes in, there is always the possibility of a parasavarna sandhi happening. So parasavarna sandhau api padantaha apadantaha iti dvaividhyam asti. ekam smartavyam anuswara sandhi. Both types of anuswara sandhi are nitya, that is compulsory. In anuswara sandhi, there is no option. If you have makara immediately followed by a halvarna, you have to do anuswara. Apadantepi yadi makaraha nakaraha va asti, agre jhalvarnaha asti, tarhi anuswara sandhihi nityameva bhavati. There is no option for anuswara. But the parasavarna sandhi, which happens after it, so sometimes it is optional, sometimes it is compulsory. Okay. So apadante anuswaraha yai varnaha agre asti chet nityam parasavarnaha bhavati. So anuswarasya yai parasavarnaha. It's a very easy sutra. So some sutras are very easy. I mean, the moment you look at it, the answer is, I mean, the meaning is very obvious. So anuswarasya sthane yai. So yai is again a pratyahara starting from hayavaratya till kapay. So sha sa ha ushma varnan vihaya sarvani vyanjanani yai varne antarbhavanti. Okay. So para savarnaha ayam sandhihi para savarna sandhihi ityuchyate. Kaha arthaha? Para varnasya savarnaha. The adesha here is a savarna of the paravarna. Paravarna we know is the right hand letter. Tasya savarnaha atra adeshaha bhavati ityarthaha. Paravarnasya savarnaha. So we will see this here. It's very clear. When followed by any vargiya vyanjana, when anuswara is followed by any vargiya vyanjana, para savarna, a nasal letter. So para is what? Para is this. So ka, kha, ga, gha. This is the paravarna. Tasya savarna. So 5 ka, kha, ga, gha are all savarnas. Since anuswara is a nasal letter of the same varga is the parasavarna. Parasavarnaha ityukte kim? Yadi paravarnaha vargiya vyanjanam asti, tarhi tasya vargasya anunasika varnaha eva parasavarnaha. So if the following letter is any vargiya vyanjana, parasavarna means the 5th letter of the varga. So nya, ma, ngana, na, those are the adesha in place of anuswara. Whereas if anuswara is followed by ya, va or la, tada anunasikaha yakaraha vakaraha lakaro va adeshaha bhavati. So what is parasavarna? So it is not just saying anunasika adesha. So bahunam tatra anunasika sandhau parasavarna sandhau cha bhramaha kadachit bhavati. Okay. So first thing, anunasika sandhau vargiya vyanjanasya sthane anunasikaha adeshaha bhavati. So always remember something which many people. So if a vargiya vyanjana, for example, jagad dakaraha asti, vargiya vyanjanasya sthane tasya vargasya antima varnaha adeshaha bhavati chet saha anunasika sandhihi. Makarasya sthane, makarasya kshamyatam anuswarasya sthane tam namami. Agre udaharanani pashyamaha. Anuswarasya sthane vargasya panchamavarnasya tannamami iti bhavati. Tannamami janardanam ityasti. Anuswarasya sthane vargasya panchamavarnasya adeshaha bhavati chet saha parasavarna sandhi. वर्गीयव्यञ्जनस्य स्थाने वर्गपञ्चमस्य आदेशः भवति चेत् सः अनुनासिकसन्धिः. The sthani is different. Adesha in both cases, in many times, majority is the fifth letter of the varga. Right? In both sandhis, it is the varga panchama which is the adesha. So how do we decide? We decide on the what was the sthani. So yatra vargiya vyanjanasya sthane अनुनासिकः क्रियते सः अनुनासिकसन्धिः भवति. अनुस्वारस्य स्थाने क्रियते चेत् सः परसवर्णसन्धिः. And Parasavarna Sandhi is not limited only to Vargiya Vyanjanas. When followed by Ya Vala, the Anunasika variant of Ya Vala becomes the Adesha. Udaharanani vayam agre pashyamaha. Idamekam udaharanam Kitah. Atra vastutaha dhatuhu asti. Atrapi again, you have to go backward a few steps to understand. So there is a dhatu. So a dhatu, ak is a dhatu in which a nakara is added in between. So it becomes ang k, an k. So the dhatu means to ink or to make a mark. So there a n k. Now we have apadante nakaraha asti. Tada tatra anuswaraha bhavati. A anuswaraha kakaraha. Agre pratyayah asti. Ita, it is the kta pratyaya. You have ank dhatu with kta pratyaya, which gets an ikara agama. So it becomes ita. So this is where we are. So if we look at the whole process, so and kitaha. Idanim atra kimasti. Apadante anuswaraha asti. Agre yai varnaha asti. Idanim anuswarasya sthane parasavarnaha अर्थात कवर्गस्य पंचमवर्णः आदेशः भवति अंकितः इति रूपं भवति. अनुस्वारस्य परसवर्णः. So this apadanta is compulsory. Padanta anuswarasya, all other conditions is the same for parasavarna. Anuswaraha bhavati, agre yai varnaha bhavati. Apadante anuswaraha asti chet nityam parasavarnaha bhavati. Padante anuswaraha asti chet vikalpena parasavarnaha bhavati. Udaharanam tvam karoshi ityasti. Tvam iti padam padante anuswarah asti. Tada tatra tvam karoshi parasavarne ngakarah bhavati. No chet tvam karoshi ubhayam api sadhu. So parasavarna is optional if it is padanta. It is compulsory if it is apadanta. So tvam chaturaha. Chakarah asti. Ataha chavargasya panchama varnaha tvanchaturah nyakarah adeshah bhavati. No ched anuswarah eva bhavati. Tam dharmam. So tan dharmam. Anuswarasya nakarah. Because the paravarna is dhakara. So everywhere you have to identify what is the paravarna. Okay. So paravarna, here ka, cha, dha. So tasya savarnaha. Kakarasya savarnaha ngakaraha. Chakarasya savarnaha nyakaraha. Dhakarasya savarnaha nakaraha. Atayeva para savarnaha iti sandhehe nama bhavati. Then this is where you see the anunasika yakara. Sam yanta ityasti. So yanta yama uparame is to control. He who controls well. Sam is an upasarga. You have yanta is a dhatu, it is a trich pratyayanta. Padante makarasya anuswaraha asti. Padanta anuswara. Sam is an upasarga. It is a pada. You have anuswara at the end of the pada. Now, anuswarasya sthane parasavarnaha. Paravarnaha yakaraha. Yakarasya savarnaha kaha. Anunasikaha yakaraha. This anunasika property, that is the nasal tone, is inherited from the anuswara. Because anuswara is nasal, whatever adesha we do for anuswara will be nasal. So, nasal yakara is the adesha for anuswara. So, you get sanyanta. Sa, y. Y is nasal yakara and yanta. Sanyanta. Yadi adeshaha na kriyate parasavarnaha vikalpaha tadatu samyanta iti anuswaraha eva bhavati. In all these cases, both forms are correct because padante anuswarasya vikalpena parasavarnaha bhavati. Similarly, samvatsaraha, samvatsaraha, sa, v. V is anunasika vakara and vatsaraha. Samvatsaraha or samvatsaraha. Ubhayamapi shuddham bhavati. Yam lokam, yallokam or yam lokam. So now always we have to take that combo of anuswara and parasavarna. So apadante ubhayam nityam bhavati. If it is not padanta, we have to do anuswara, we have to do parasavarna. So if you start with a, n, k, itaha, adau nakarasya, apadantasya nakarasya jhalipare anuswaraha, tataha apadantasya anuswarasa nityam parasavarnaha ankitaha. That is why in Samskrita we don't write anuswara in between a word mostly. So Hindi especially we write say Ganga like this, which is fine. But in Samskrita we don't write like this. So we write Ganga with Ngakara. Right? So Ganga. So Panjar. So it is not anuswara. Right? So because parasavarna is nitya, panjaram we write with and pronouns, of course. So what happens is even in Hindi, pronunciation is nobody says Ganga. They say Ganga, where pronunciation is that of Ngakara. Lekhane tu kadachit anuswaraha likhyate. Samskrite tu atra parasavarnasyaiva lekhanam विशिष्य अपदान्ते पदस्य मध्ये अनुस्वारलेखनं न भवति. एवमेव शम धातुः अस्ति. शाम तः क्तप्रत्ययः मकारस्य अपदान्तस्य मकारस्य अनुस्वारः भवति. तस्य परसवर्णः नित्यं भवति. शान्तः. अत्र नकारः अस्ति. So this na is parasavarna of anuswara. Apadante anuswaraha parasavarnaha ubhayam bhavati. Whereas if it is padanta, anuswaraha nityam bhavati, parasavarnaha vikalpena bhavati. Tada tvam karoshi ityasti chet anuswara sandhihi bhavati. Tadanantaram parasavarnaha vikalpena bhavati. So tvam karoshi, tvam karoshi. Of course, this is assuming samhita. If you are saying samhita is not there, because samhita padeshu ityukte vakye samhita vivaksham apekshate. If you are giving a pause between tvam and karoshi, no sandhi will happen. No, that is a generic condition. So if you are taking them separate words with no samhita, then no sandhi is happening. But even when there is samhita, anuswara sandhi is compulsory, parasavarna is optional. So kim tat anuswarah bhavati, tasya parasavarne kim tat, kim tad brahma kim adhyatmam, किं कर्म पुरुषोत्तम. श्लोकानाम् उच्चारणे सामान्यतः परसवर्णः निश्चयेन क्रियते. So hallmark of good chanting, वेदानां वेदपाठे अपि श्लोकानां पाठे अपि परसवर्णेन सह उच्चारणं उत्तमम् इति अङ्गीक्रियते. The sandhi is optional, so it is okay. You can say kim tad brahma kim adhyatmam. Kintu parasavarnasya uchcharanam uttamam iti kathyate. So most of our chanting classes, if you have attended, it is one very common question which gives what is parasavarna, when should we do it, when should we not do it. Hope it is clear. Parasavarna is optional, but it is done. Say Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum Dharam Vishnum. So there Anuswarasya Anunasikaha Vakaraha Bhavati. Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Anuswarasya Nyakaraha Bhavati. It's a very, very easy sandhi. Actually, when you're doing Ucharana, instinctively the Parasavarna happens. Okay. But if you understand the theoretical background, it is easier to know. Okay. Now, the last question. This also answers many questions. There is, I think, a few questions in the question pane, but again, so is it Samkhya or Sankhya, which is correct? So, Samchitam or Sanchitam, Sambhashanam or Sambhashanam. So, Shankaraha, Bhayankaraha. In all these cases, there is one more which somebody has added. So there also people will keep asking that question. So is it Pullingaha or Pullingaha? Right? So what is the answer for all this? Can anybody? So is this correct? Or is this correct? Pullingaha. Okay. So maybe somebody wants to answer. You can raise your hands. Yes, Chitra Bhagini.
It is the second one, Pullingaha is right, because it is it has Lakara as a Anuswara form.
Okay. Lakara is Anuswara. So I have not written the Anunasika form here. So this is actually wrong because I have not written. It is Pullingaha. If you write L, okay. So Pullingaha. Okay. Sorry for the bad handwriting, but okay. So second
the
one is wrong.
right.
First one is correct or third one is correct?
Third one.
Third one is correct. Is first one correct or not?
That also looks correct. Anuswara followed by a.
Then all
That's
these. Which one? Okay. Why is it wrong?
It's
Which one?
wrong
The second.
because it is apadanta.
How is
and
it
sandhi
apadanta?
smriti.
How is it apadanta?
Pullingaha. It's one pada only here.
Samasa means always the first component of a samasa is a pada. Okay. So an upasarga is a pada, the first component of a samasa, even though it is true, pullinga iti samasta padam iti satyameva, tathapi sarveshu samasta padeshu, the individual component, that is the first component, is still a pada. So padantatvat pumlingaha ityapi shuddham, pullingaha ityapi shuddham. Both these forms are correct. Let me just write it, maybe type it neatly so that okay. So you have pumlingaha or pul, it is the anunasika lakara, okay, which is also correct. So it's a bit difficult to type it because the anunasika lakara doesn't come easily. So you have to write it with, the l and lingaha. Pullingaha with anunasika lakara is correct. Pumlingaha is also correct. In all these examples, both forms are correct. Some iti upasargaha, especially it's used very, very commonly. Yatra yatra sam iti upasargaha asti. Tatra anuswara sahitam api shuddhameva, parasavarna sahitam api shuddhameva. Similarly, sham is a padam. Sham nama shubham ityarthaha. Yaha sham karoti saha shankaraha. Tatrapi ubhayam rupam shuddham. Bhayam karoti tatrapi bhaya mu iti padam. Okay, so because it is padanta, in all these cases both forms are correct, but the ucharana is 90% of the times we pronounce it with parasavarna. Nobody says shankaraha, they say shankara. Nga is very common. Okay, so sanchitam is common. So writing and pronouncing with parasavarna is very common, but in these cases both are correct. Otherwise, apadante parasavarnaha eva shuddhaha. Okay. There is no anunasika form for repha. Okay, so when repha is there, there is no parasavarna which happens. So we will do just one more part of parasavarna. I will do that and then take questions if any. So tavargasya lakare pare api parasavarna sandhihi bhavati. Parasavarna sandhihi dvividhaha. Anuswarasya parasavarna sandhihi bhavati. Tavargasya api parasavarna sandhihi bhavati. But this is very limited. Lakare pare eva bhavati. Tavargasya lakare pare. Tad layaha ityasti chet dakarasya sthane lakare pare parasavarnaha अर्थात लकारः एव आदेशः भवति. तल्लयः तल्लीनः इत्यादिषु भवति. So if the sthani is nakara, then anunasika lakara is the adesha. Vidwan likhati ityatra vidwan likhati iti bhavati. So pullingaha is also to be written exactly like this. The first lakara is anunasika, the second la is plain lakara. So atrapi vidwan likhati ityatra parasavarna sandhihi bhavati. Tavargasya sthane lakare pare parasavarnaha bhavati. So we will take a few quick examples. Mukta Pathak.
पूर्ववर्णः त अस्ति, परवर्ण ल अस्ति, अतः चलल्लाङ्गलम्.
चलल्लाङ्गलम्. सम्यक्. तकारस्य स्थाने लकारः भवति. चलल्लाङ्गलम्. उत्तमम्. लाङ्गलम् इत्यस्य प्लो the one which is used to plow the land. Halam ityartha. So Chalallangalam, a moving plow. Ramachandra. Ramachandran Mahodaya. Okay. Ravichandar Mahodaya.
Munchati.
Ha. Munchati. Chavargasya
Munchati.
Panchamavartah. Munchati. Samyak.
I have a
Sarita.
question later.
Yeah,
After the
sure.
class, I will.
I'll take it. Yes, sure.
Samprak.
Just a minute. Whom did I ask? Sarita Bhagini. Yeah.
Sampraktau.
Ha. Sampraktau. Or
Atra vikalpena.
Vikalpena. Because sam is an upasarga, it is padanta, and therefore parasavarna is optional. So sampraktau or sampraktau ubhayam shuddham bhavati. Samprakta means that which is joined together. Very popularly used in Raghuvamsha. Vagartha viva sampraktau is the first shloka. Malati Bhagini.
Kampate.
Kampate. Makaraha. Pakaraha asti ataha makaraha parasavarnaha nityam bhavati. These are all apadanta. Munchati, kampate, they are apadanta, therefore compulsory parasavarna. Tavarga getting parasavarna is always compulsory. Okay, there is no option there, even if it is padanta. So padanta rule applies only to anuswarasya parasavarnaha eva vikalpaha. Tavargasya parasavarnaha nityaha eva bhavati. Okay. Last one, Arun Kiran. न श्रूयते.
संलापः.
सल्लापः. स ल अनुनासिकः लकारः विकल्पेन परसवर्णः पदान्तत्वात्. सो संलापः और संलापः. सम्यक्. इदानीं सन्धि विभागः. जयश्री भगिनी.
संयमः.
So samyamah. If we go back to this is again anuswara sandhi. It will be sam and yamah. Okay. So sam ityatra makaraha. Adau makarasya sthane anuswaraha bhavati. Anantaram anuswarasya parasavarnaha vikalpena. So since this is padanta, sanyamaha or samyamaha. Both are correct. Yes. So then Panjaram. Prajakta. Again. Please unmute yourself.
Nasya padantasya, it is a padanta. Panjaram.
Correct. So you have pam anuswara. So before that it was na. So pa n becomes anuswara and then parasavarna. So we get panjaram. Then Veena Bhagini.
Namaste Bhagini. Mandiram.
Mam, anuswara. So everywhere here you just have to identify the anusnasika and put the anuswara. So ma anuswara, it becomes parasavarna to give na, mandiram. Then actually, okay. Rohini.
संवत्सरः संवत्सरः
Samvatsarah. So actually here, this is slightly wrong. I'll correct it later. It should have been Samvatsarah. Vakara with Chandrabindu. Samvatsarah. That is the Parasavarna form. Parasavarna is optional, so we also get Samvatsarah. Okay. Samyak. Then Indra Venkatraman. Please unmute yourself.
नमस्ते बेनी. पठन् लिखति, पठन् अनन्तरं लिखति.
सम्यक्. पठन् लिखति, नकारस्य स्थाने अनुनासिकः लकारः परसवर्णः आदेशः भवति. धन्यवादाः.
धन्यवादाः.
So a famous line from the Gita, tasya sanjanayan harsham kuru vruddhah pitamahah. So here sanjanayan. So sam and janayan, there is anuswara and parasavarna. Sanjanayan. Similarly, harsham kuru vruddhah. When we are chanting, we say harsham kuru vruddhah. Parasavarna. Here only anuswara is shown. Parasavarna is optional. When we do parasavarna, it will be harsham kuru vruddhah. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. Atrapi shraddhavan labhate. This Chandrabindu should ideally be on the lakara. It is the shraddhavan labhate. Shraddhavan labhate is parasavarna. Jnanan tatparaha. Sanyatendriyaha. So samyatendriyaha. Sarvatrapi tatra parasavarna sandhihi kriyate. Okay. Adyatana pathasya sankshepam pashyamaha. We saw anuswara and parasavarna. Anuswara sandhihi sarvadapi nityaha. Samhita asti chet nityam anuswara sandhihi bhavati. Kasya bhavati? Padante makarasya halipare anuswarah bhavati. Apadante makara nakarayoho ubhayoho jhalipare anuswarah bhavati. Anusware krite parasavarnah bhavati. Apadante nityah bhavati. Padante vikalpena bhavati. So most of the cases anuswara sandhi is followed by parasavarna sandhi. Kada bhavati anuswarasya vargiya vyanjane pare tasya vargasya panchama varnaha parasavarnaha bhavati. Yavala eteshu pareshu anunasikaha yavalaha parasavarna sandhau adeshaha bhavanti. This is anuswarasya parasavarnaha. Tavargasyapi parasavarnaha bhavati. Lakare pare nityam bhavati. So this is anuswara sandhi and parasavarna sandhi. So we will meet next on Thursday. Idani mangalam kritva tataha prashnaha santi chet uttarani vakshyami. Gurureva gatir gurumeva bhaje gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave na guroh paramam shishurasmi guror matirasti gurau mama pahi guro. Vakyakaram vararuchim bhashakaram patanjalim paninim sutrakaram cha pranatosmi munitrayam.